Well, we are now 3 days away from celebrating love. From candy to roses, there's nothing better to enhance the mood than a little bit of music. And it's likely you've played a tune or two from Hoosier native Kenny "Babyface" Edmonds. I recently caught up with him in his Los Angeles studio to talk about his longtime love affair with Indianapolis and you, his fans.
Every time I close my eyes, I thank the Lord that I got you.
Anyone who's a Babyface fan knows he is the perennial king of producing hits about the universal language of love.
I don't believe it's you.
It's the one thing that connects us. And many times the song writes itself. It just depends on, what chords you put together, what melody you put together, and how you say it. Every person can sing the same exact song. It can be different. And that's the amazing thing about it,
And I asked her, how you been?
Kenny "Babyface" Edmonds' amazing career as a singer, songwriter, producer, and entrepreneur spans the entertainment industry, touching the lives of hundreds of artists. Barbra Streisand, Whitney Houston, and fellow Hoosier John Mellencamp.
The simple-minded and the uninformed can be easily led astray.
When you hear some of their songs,
Walk tall,
you're hearing Babyface.
yeah, walk on.
His heartfelt melodies and incomparable talent have earned him 11 Grammy Awards and a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, not far from one of his musical idols, Indiana's Michael Jackson. But Babyface never forgets that his rise to stardom began in Indianapolis at West Lane Middle School.
You kind of pinch yourself because you kind of still feel like, I'm just this kid that from, Riviera Street.
Babyface invited me to his LA recording studio to talk about his love for his Hoosier roots and fans who sent me their questions for him on Facebook. Terry Apps wants to know, when was the first time you knew that you were destined to be a singer and a songwriter and producer?
I performed at North Central High School. My brother Melvin had this group called Soul Innovations, and they performed at one of the mixers. And so I was in 6th grade, and that was the first time that I sang Who's Loving You by the Jackson 5.
It was a slow trickle towards success.
And I was in the group Man-Child, and I thought at that point, made it. We should be out of here for good. And things looked good for a second, and then all of a sudden, they weren't so great. And that could have been a moment when I could have given up, and just said, this isn't for me. But I didn't know anything but to keep on going for it and to keep working hard at that because I had that passion.
That passion, years later, moved him into another group called The Deal.
Rather than telling them, I'd tell the paper.
12 years ago, when we first met, Babyface told me about his love for former Indiana Black Expo president, the late Charles Williams.
He opened doors for me.
That continues today.
Because of Charles Williams, I met Michael Jackson. Because of Charles Williams, I have a name on a highway.
On April 6, 1999, state lawmakers passed a House resolution to name 20 miles of I-65 the Kenneth "Babyface" Edmonds Highway.
It's one of those things where I can go to a party here and be with movie stars and be with people that are huge. And they can talk about all the things that they can talk about. And I can say, well, I got a highway.
As a father of 2 teenage sons and a 7-year-old daughter,
But I'm going to bring them. We're going to all stand in front of the sign and take a picture.
Babyface teaches them and inspires young artists that no one is entitled to success. It's earned after years of hard work and honing your craft.
So I listened to Stevie Wonder. I listened to Earth, Wind & Fire. I listened to James Taylor and Paul McCartney. I listened to things really closely and tried to figure out what it is they're doing, how they're writing the songs, and so that if ever the opportunity came to me, that I would be ready when that time happened.
And it finally happened in 1989 when his first solo album, Tender Lover, went triple platinum. 27 years later, he still has that whip appeal with the return of the Tender Lover, a new album with 9 new original songs about love.
I want people to remember my music, but when they think of me, I just want them to remember me as a nice guy, as a good guy. I'm good with that.
and as is his legacy. Thank you to photographer and editor John DeWong. Feel free to go to our website at WTHR.com to hear Babyface's video answers some more of your questions. He talks candidly to kids about staying on a positive path and finding your passion as well. By the way, he appears in the Mirage this Sunday night for a Valentine's Day concert, and he comes back to Indianapolis in April to be honored by the Indiana Arts Commission.